What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about the top players in Madden 21 Ultimate Team. A lot of you guys were giving feedback in the previous video. Yo, Gmia, how do you know that this guy's going to get an elite, this guy's going to get an elite? It's very, very easy to know. The players that played well are going to get elites. All right, so that's all you have to know. Like, anybody that EA gave a high reg rating, they're going to have an elite card. Which cards you go after that are elite, that's going to be dependent upon how you want to play the game, you know, how your pack luck is, are you grinding the sets, are you doing missions, challenges, and stuff like that. But we're going to go over some of the top players that are more than likely going to be in Ultimate Team that are going to be very, very hefty and expensive based on what I have right now. Okay, so look, Gronkowski, I want you guys to understand a few things, right? I've gone over it several times. I've been telling you this. EA Sports gave him a ridiculously high rating. Now, overall in history, if you were to ask me who was the greatest tight end ever, even though he's not officially retired and he's not in the Hall of Fame, I would tell you Gronkowski. Because I don't believe there was ever a more dominant player at his position for the time that he spent doing it. Now, you can argue and say, yeah, but he had Tom Brady, whatever you want to argue. This man was more dominant than any other tight end I've ever seen. So EA gave him a ridiculously high rating, and some of you guys are wondering, does that mean that we have to go after him in Madden 21? Well, let me tell you something. More than likely, he's going to be on my squad. If he's on your squad, that's fine. You know, whatever. You don't want to use him, it doesn't matter. More than likely, he's going to be on my squad. So the reason that I'm explaining that to you, his height, he's going to be very, very slow, though, to start. But remember, at the start of Madden 21 Ultimate Team, speed is going to be, you know, a very, very huge issue. But we have to see how the interaction is with the DBs and the receivers. If they have a lot more, like when I played the closed beta, closed demo, whatever it is, the interactions between them, everything was a little bit off. But like I said, I believe it was just that build. I believe it was something that they put out there to get feedback, and it's going to be a lot smoother at launch. Now, does that mean that the interactions are going to be similar to the way that it is right now in Madden 20? It could be a possibility where a 5'1" guy will pick him off in a predetermined animation. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and tell you that that's not possible. But I want you guys to understand, they can't take away the fact that height matters in the game. The last time that we really saw, like, just outright, going back to previous Maddens, was Madden 15. In Madden 15, if you were tall, it was GG's in the chat. But that was too much for, you know, like the regular, you know, the common guys that play the game. The guys that just pick the controller up and they're like, yo, I'm the best. Those guys couldn't handle having to strafe for picks and understanding that dudes were going to moss them. I think you guys were calling it the face catch at that time. So there were a lot of different things going on. And since then, EA has kind of deterred away from that, making height matter. Like Madden 16, height didn't really matter. It was just all animations and the OBJ catch. It was absolutely insanely ridiculous. And they changed it for 17, but then they created the swerve. Then the 18, you know, when 18 was released, it was a high point pass. 19, you could still throw it up high. And then 20, obviously right now, you got the Gmia streak going wild. But my point is, they can't really take away the height factor. We're just going to have to wait to see how that actually works out in the game, right? So Gronk is going to be one of the top players, and I'm going based off of my lineup because a lot of these players are going to still be the same thing. Now, obviously with the Legends, we won't know what's going on. Aaron Rodgers may still have the fastest release. He's going to be a top player, guys. This guy, based on the closed beta, you guys saw, they throw the ball pretty much the same way, okay? Looking at the way that it was going, Patrick Mahomes threw the ball, the same wind-up, the same foolishness. It was the same stuff going on. So he's not going to be a guy that I'm going to want unless they make, you know, the ability with Gunslinger work and he can get the ball off. Because obviously he'll be able to move around. He has escape artists, all that stuff, blah, 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 right? But Aaron Rodgers is going to be a card that's going to have probably the same release, if not faster. Okay? Do you guys want to play around with guys like Tua? That's going to probably be like goals. I don't think those guys, like, these rookies are not going to get, like, you know, those high elite cards. Obviously, we know that Joe Burrow is going to be a 77 with his rookie premiere, so Tua's going to be around that lower rating. In this game, Tua had a decent release. I don't believe that he's going to be a guy that's going to be highly sought after. That is your choice. If you guys want to go ahead and do that, we can go ahead and figure it out and see what we can do together. As far as testing out the releases and see what's going on. But Aaron Rodgers is going to be a top player. Okay, I'm going to go over some of the, you know, the key factors. Keep this in your head. because you're going to see that the prices are going to reflect that, right? Okay, Zach Gentry. This is going to be very, very interesting because he wasn't really that good. The only reason that he got recognition for the most part was because he was a golden ticket and dudes were mossing people's brains in. That's pretty much all he got recognition for. Is there a possibility that he or Jimmy Graham may be a guy that we go after early on? Yes, it's possible. But his rating and his catching and all that stuff might be very, very low. And because they're trying to put more emphasis on it, he might not be good to go. I just want to point that out. He may not be good to go at the launch. Okay? Just so you guys are understanding. So those are my top 2 guys and my quarterback. The running back is going to vary. I don't want to go ahead and say right now, you know, the running back, because CMC, you know, he's in the 99 club. Will he be a guy that we get? I don't know. I'm not going to say that right now. I don't know what's going on with that situation. George Kittle more than likely will be one of our tight ends, though. But he'll be actually playing the position at the tight end position. Okay, that'll be something that we would be doing later on. We'll figure all that stuff out. But he'll be a top guy at that position. As far as defensively, we already know Jalen Ramsey. We're going to probably have to grab him. You know, he has that bottleneck. He has all kind of weird stuff going on. We're going to have to figure that stuff out. Legends, it's going to depend. See, this is where it gets very, very difficult, and we have to wait until some of the cards come out. Because guys like Harrison Smith at strong safety that got high ratings in regs, I'm not using him. You know what I'm saying? Dude is like very, very slow. You know, it depends on how the game plays. If they make it so that he can do stuff, probably, but he's going to be very, very slow. He's always slow, and it really, really affects the way that we play coverages. So I'm probably not going to go that route. Jalen Ramsey at launch, though, is going to be one of the higher rated corners, obviously based on regs. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right. This guy will probably definitely be on the squad. Again, we have to wait to see because it may turn out that there are a lot of hidden gems in the game that will completely change our mindset about which way we're going. It's very, very, like, you guys got to understand that. Like, this is just, we're kind of looking into the future and trying to figure it out because you guys are asking me, what should we be planning to do? What are we going after? Well, like I told you, it's not always going to be about the higher overall. It's going to be about the way the card plays. And remember, EA Sports and Madden, this game is random. So one game, they may play unbelievable, and the next game, they may play like garbage. That's why there's only a few players that have made it throughout the year and have sat on the team on my squad. Some of them we've raid sold over and over again. Troy Aikman, bro, I love you, dog, but you suck. I had to get rid of him mad times, but he was good early on. They patched the game, different things started to happen, we had to get rid of him. So you guys have to keep that stuff in mind as we go forward. So those are just some of the players that I want you to keep your eye on. All right, write those names down. We're going to go over it during some live streams on YouTube and Twitch as we get closer to the Madden 21 release date. Let me know what other positions specifically you're looking at and what we need to go over, you know, for the future videos, because we're going to start breaking stuff down because you guys have to get yourself ready to go because you know it's grind time as soon as they drop EA Access. Straight grind time, all right? So leave me your feedback. Let me know. But those are just some of the cards I've been thinking about based on what I've seen already from EA Sports with the information that they've given us with the regs, all right? Leave your comments. Go ahead and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. I'm going to see you guys very, very soon. Be safe. Until next time. One love, y'all.